D-A-B-N-E-Y. It's probably 20 minutes, maybe 20, maybe 30.
Jurors now entering into the courtroom.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope everybody had a good night.
Yes, ma'am.
State, call your next witness.
Terrence Dabney.
Stand right here, sir. Face your honor and raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
Have a seat, sir. Watch it.
All right, tell us your name first.
Terrence Dabney.
And spell your first and last name for the benefit of the court reporter.
First name Terrence, T-E-R-E-N-C-E. Last name Dabney, D-A-B-N-E-Y.
Looks like, or I know that you're doing good and bad at the same time. First, the bad. What happened with your arm?
Rotator cuff surgery.
Okay. So you probably are going to be up there for a little while.
Okay.
All right. Going to run through some of the various crime scenes with you, some of the various aspects of the investigation. So try to get as comfortable as you can, even with your arm. But I know you're doing good now too, because you're retired. Is that right?
That is correct.
Retired from MPD.
That is correct.
How long were you with MPD?
26 years.
So 26 years. I say you earned it. In 2021, where were you assigned in MPD?
I was assigned to the homicide unit.
All right, and what did you do in homicide back in 2021?
I was an investigator in the homicide.
In homicide here in Memphis, do you get a case and you're the only person that works on the case?
No.
Do y'all work in teams?
We work in teams.
And were you one of the case officers on this case?
I was.
Would you assign and delegate people to do various things in the investigation?
I do delegate people.
You're actually from Memphis, aren't you?
I am.
What neighborhoods did you grow up in?
I grew up in Claiborne Home, Cascade.
And Claiborne Homes is downtown Memphis.
Correct.
And in the Castelia neighborhood.
Yes.
And we've heard some testimony about the Castelia neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know Dolph at all?
No, sir.
Older, is that right?
Older, much older.
All right. November the 17th of 2021, did you have occasion to be brought in with regard to a homicide call?
I was.
Specifically to an address on Airways, Makita's Cookies.
Correct.
Did you know where that was?
Yes.
What area of town is that?
It's in the southeast part of town, Airways and Ketchum area.
If I tell you that the call went out at 12:24 p.m. in the afternoon, about what time would you have arrived at the scene?
Possibly around 1 by the time you get the call and travel to the scene.
By the time you get to the scene, are there uniformed patrol that's already there?
It is.
Are there medical personnel and things like that
Yes.
already there?
Yes.
When you get there, what are your duties?
My duty is to gather the fact information from the reporting officers, delegate other investigators to do, canvass the area for video and just handle and process the scene.
When you arrived on the scene, were there people around in the street and everything?
Yes, there were people everywhere.
Everywhere.
Around.
Were there officers attempting to control the crowd and keep people off the actual parking lot of Makita's?
Yes, it was.
And was that being done?
Yes, it was.
Were there a lot of bystanders and everything looking on and everything else?
It was.
Was this scene almost like any other that you had been to in your 26 years?
So that scene was. There's a lot of people out there.
Okay. You get there, and you say your job is to try to figure out what evidence exists and delegate.
Yes.
Is that right?
Correct.
You mentioned one thing, video. Is that right?
Video.
Are y'all interested in collecting any video that may be around there?
Any video that would help in the investigation.
And in fact, did y'all collect video from the cookie store itself?
We did.
And did it show the outside of the business?
It did.
And did it show the inside of the business?
As well as the inside.
Were y'all also interested in sort of crime scene stuff?
Yes.
Did you delegate a crime scene detective to collect physical evidence and document physical evidence?
We did. We had collecting and processing.
And did they also take pictures of the scene out there?
They did.
Would you have delegated or interacted with any of the witnesses who were on the scene?
Yes. Witness victims. We have investigators to take them down to headquarters and take statements.
Okay. And without getting into what these people, said, did y'all talk to Marcus Thornton, Dolph's brother?
We did.
Did y'all talk to the cashiers there at Makita's?
We did.
Did y'all locate any other witnesses right there in the surrounding scene that had information?
No.
Video, crime scene, locate whatever witnesses we have.
Correct.
That address on Airways is Makita Cookies. You described the area of Memphis is in. That's in Memphis, correct? And is that also in Shelby County?
It is.
I'm going to start with the crime scene there. I'm going to pass you a series of 10 photographs. Just you just look at them, tell me what's pictured in each one, and place it face down on that table next to you.
This photo is a front picture of Makita's cookie shop. Officers there processing the same broken glass. They have victim's car,
Very good. Place that.
Corvette, camouflage color.
Okay, you can place that face down. We're going to review these with the jury afterwards, so I'll ask you questions about them afterwards.
This one is the photo of the address, 2370 of Makita's cookie shop, with defects to the glass, bullet holes.
Okay.
This one is the inside front counter area of Makita's cookie shop.
Okay.
This one is another front view of the cookie shop, Makita's cookie shop. We have evidence markers on the ground where we have shell casings, along with the victim's Corvette camouflage. Another closer picture of the front of the cookie shop, evidence markers, broken glass, and casings.
Okay. At this time, you can just place it, so that's fine. With the next couple pictures, you can just place it where you see it, and we'll show it to the jury later.
Okay. This is a picture farther back from Makita's cookie shop toward the street airways, with evidence markers with casings on it. This photo is inside the business of Makita's with bullet holes going through the walls and doors. This one is a victim flying on the ground.
And when you arrived on the scene, was the victim still there?
Yes, he was.
Did you observe him positioned like that?
Yes, sir.
Do you see evidence of medical intervention on him there?
Yes, he has the bleeds on his body.
When you arrived, were they still trying to resuscitate him or get anything, or was that process over?
The process is already. This photo is a photo inside the cookie shop. We have evidence markers. We have victim's chain that he was wearing inside a flower pot. It has PRE on it. This is a close-up photo of PRE charm that he had on his neck. It's just inside a flower pot.
All right. My approach, real quick, Judge.
Yes.
For the record, the last picture he looked at has already been marked as exhibit number 3.
Thank you. All right, this first photo is has been described as the front of the Makita's cookies with the victim's car. A couple of officers in the scene. We'll mark this as exhibit number 28. Next photo is a close-up of the address of Makita's Cookies, 2370. We'll mark this as exhibit 29. The next photo is what's been described as the inside front area of Makita's Cookies, exhibit number 30. Mr. Evans, it's never too late. Any objection to these photos?
Yes, Your Honor, no objection to this.
The next photo is the front view again of the parking lot in the front of Makita's Cookies with the evidence markers in the victim's car. The markers exhibit number 31.
Judge, and you haven't gotten to the photograph yet, but the one we referenced earlier is in that stack. I would renew my objection as
Yes,
well.
sir. When I get to it, I'll make note of that. The next photo has been described as a closer picture of the front of Makita's cookies with several evidence markers and glass and defects to the window. Will mark as exhibit number 32. The next picture is the front of the shop with the victim's car and evidence markers. It's a further view. It's a picture that's taken a little further out. We'll mark this as exhibit number 33. The next pic is the inside of the building with the picture of the restroom door with the bullet holes in the door. We'll mark this as exhibit number 34. The next picture is a picture of the victim, Adolph Foreman, lying on the ground with markers of evidence of life-saving measures in front of the window. We'll mark this as exhibit number 35, and note for the record, there's been a previous motion for the court to exclude that picture under Rule 403. The defendant still objects to that for the record. Mark that as exhibit number 35. Exhibit number 36 will be a picture of the inside of the cookie shop with the chain on the floor marked with evidence marker number 53 and several other evidence markers. This is exhibit number 36. The next picture is exhibit number 3. Has already been marked as exhibit number 3. The picture of the charm, PRE, in the flower pot.
My approach and have this, Your Honor.
You may.
Mr. Gabby, we're going to show these to the jury and ask you some questions as we go, okay?
Yes.
You need a pointer.
Supposedly, this one right here works. So we'll see.
Yes.
Picture's so blurry on the overhead. Maybe we resume the lights. We're gonna have to go sort of old school.
All right.
On this one, could I have the witness step down, Your Honor?
You may.
Hold this here. We'll start standing here, and I'm gonna ask you some questions about it, and then you can walk down and display it to everybody. After you testify, maybe we'll pass them as a stack to the jury. Okay? Oh, it's hard for you to hold them up, isn't it? With that, or am I gonna do? I'll do this for you. Okay. Tell me what we're looking at in this photograph here.
This is the front of Makita's cookie shop here. You see the name there. You see officers in the man processing the scene. And that's Adolph Thornton's Corvette, camouflage color.
Okay. And if I'm interested in this area here in front of the store, in front of this glass window.
Those were bullet casings in glass, broken glass on the ground.
Okay. And in particular, what kind of shell casings are found outside that window where we see the officers bending down?
Well, outside, we had 40 caliber shell casings, and we also had 7.62.
Okay, and let me ask you about that. Is that two entirely different calibers?
Yes,
Two entirely different sizes?
yes.
Is 40 caliber characteristic of a handgun?
Characteristics of a handgun, it is.
And then is a 7.62, is that characteristic of something else?
Of a assault rifle.
An assault rifle. Okay. And have you watched the video obtained from McKinnon's?
I did.
Is it clear that one suspect is firing at what you would call an assault rifle?
It is.
And is it clear that the other one's firing what you characterize as a handgun?
That's a handgun, yes.
Mr. Hagerman,
Yes, ma'am.
it never fails that something goes wrong with our tech. Is that your tech person that just came in?
She is.
Can
We'll
you
see,
see
we'll
if
see
she
how we
can
do
help
here.
you?
I would prefer it that way too. So
Yes.
we'll see.
So we can all see what's going on, because I was gonna have to get over there, and Mr. Evans was gonna have to get over there, so.
We're trying to turn it off and on, but the next method is to kick it, but we're not going to do that.
Technology is good, but we get used to it until it doesn't work.
And then, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's real good. That's real good.
Look, all she had to do was turn it off.
The on and off thing worked. This is that picture you're just looking at,
You
right?
didn't have to see.
That's much better.
Don't go far.
I was asking about this area right here, is that correct?
Correct.
And you said that we found two types of casings in that area?
Two different types. We had 40 caliber casings, and we also had 7.62.
Okay, and 40 caliber is a handgun case, and 7.62 is that assault rifle casing?
It is.
And this is the victim's car, is that right?
It is.
And this is where we walk in and out of the business?
The entrance.
And this is a little side area?
It is.
And later we're going to see the victim lying in this little side area, is that right?
That's correct.
The front of the store?
Front of the store with the address 2370 of Makita's Cookie Shop. We also have defects in the glass, bullet holes in the glass of the door.
And we'll see this with a later picture, but let me go ahead and ask you about it. Do we find casings from inside the store where Dolph's brother was firing back from?
We did. Found 9mm.
Okay, and that's an entirely different type of handgun too, is that correct? So we have 9mm casings inside the store.
Inside.
We have 40 caliber casings outside the store, and we have 7.62 casings outside the store. And on a later picture, I'll ask you about one more set of them. Counter area of the store.
Front counter area inside of the business.
For perspective, the cashier's booth or whatever, would the register would be right around here, is that right?
It is.
Mr. Hagerman, if you can tell us what exhibit number you're using, please.
Going in order, this is 30. 31. That same outside area, is that right?
Same outside areas from a different angle. See victims, front end of the victim's vehicle, Corvette. And you see the glass, some of the glass is broken out of the front windows with a bullet hole.
Glass broken out here,
Yes.
and bullet holes throughout this glass, is that right?
It is.
This is the next number exhibit, 32. Closer in.
It's a closer picture of, like I said, the shattered glass, bullet holes, and you have markings on the ground with broken glass and shell casing of the 40 caliber 7.62 round.
And later on, when we see the victim's body, is it going to be in this area here?
It is, right in that area.
And when we see flower pot, like with this necklace and things like that, over this area?
Further to the left over there, yes. This view is a view that's farther back from the entrance of the business of Makita's. On that ground there, that's closer to the street of airways. On the ground, you have evidence markers with shell casings there. And we found 2.26 rounds.
223 maybe?
2.23, I mean. I'm sorry.
So if we're gonna, I think now we've accounted for all the casings.
Yes.
So let's start from inside the store. There are 9mm casings from Dolph's brother. Is that right?
Inside the business.
There are semi-automatic 7.62 casings from one of the shooters.
Correct.
There's 40 caliber casings from another of the shooters.
Correct.
And then there are these 223 casings, and is that a type of semi-automatic weapon?
Yes, it is.
From Dolph's brother as he runs out.
That's right. Yes.
That's exhibit number 1.
That's exhibit number 33.
Thank you.
This is 34. What are these things?
That's inside of the business. You have a door, entry door into the bathroom. It leads to the hallway that leads to the bathroom. It has bullet holes and shattered glass on the door.
And perspective from inside the store, the register's over here.
Correct, it is.
We're about to see a picture of the victim's body, and it is going to be in the area of this little side area. Is that right?
Correct.
I'm going to go out of order to exhibit 36. It's just that little side area.
That's the little side area we referred to earlier. We have the flower pot there with its charm off of his necklace. It says PRE. His necklace is down towards the bottom of the photo.
And then
Your mark is 53.
And if we were to come this way down a little bit, would we see the victim's body?
We would.
Close up, already marked, states exhibit 3, the PRE charm or whatever.
Yes.
I'm going to do this one a little different. Families in the courtroom. Officer Downey, if I may publish this to the jury, just myself, Your Honor. This is a graphic photo, correct?
Yes.
This is a picture of the victim laying there in that area that you just described.
It is.
He is still in his clothes,
It is.
but there's evidence of medical intervention.
Correct.
But that was over, obviously by the time of the picture, but when you were there, he was deceased.
Correct.
This is
Exhibit number
exhibit number 35. Y'all obtained the videos from out there?
We did.
And were you able to view those that day?
We did.
Let me show you a still shot from the video, ask you if you recognize it.
This is a still shot from the video of outside the front entrance of Makita's cookie shop, which shows victim's Corvette. It also shows a white Mercedes that's pulled in behind the victim's Corvette. It's two-door. On the Mercedes, you can see it has some damage on the passenger side rear. You have two suspects. One is armed with a assault rifle, what appears to be an assault rifle. He's wearing a mask over his face, no cotton mask, like wearing a blue hoodie with some sweats, gray sweats, and some shoes. And the other suspect, he's wearing a black baseball cap, but it has Bass Pro on it. Also has his face covered. Has a black hoodie, some gray sweats. Gray sweats has a little, I guess, insignia on it. And also has some dark colored shoes with white on them.
All right. Oh, could we have that marked as 66 number exhibit, Your Honor?
The witnesses testified that this is a still shot from the video camera outside of Makita's Cookies with two people, one standing still with an assault rifle with hoodie and mask, and another one running with what appears to be a gun in his hand, a smaller gun with two cars, the Corvette and white Mercedes in the back. We'll mark this as exhibit number 37.
No objection.
Thank you.
I could already tell that when I handed it to you, I just said still shot, and you looked at it like an investigator, telling me details that I guess mattered to you. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
This is exhibit 37. And y'all had this on day one of the investigation, is that right?
We did.
First thing you mentioned, I think, was one shooter with, is that an assault rifle?
It is.
And would that be consistent with the gun that shoots those 7.62 casings?
Correct.
This window, is that the one you saw busted out with the pictures that we just saw?
It is.
With the victim lying here?
Yes,
And this is that, would this be that side area of the store?
it is.
From that first day, y'all would have this image of the suspect with the 7.62, is that right?
It is.
Hoodie, does he appear to be wearing gloves?
He's wearing gloves.
Sweatpants,
Sweats.
white shoes, mask.
Yes.
Second suspect, kind of gun here.
Yes.
Is handgun?
Handgun.
Handgun consistent with 40 calibers that you would have seen here?
Yes.
We're still operating with some blur, but gray sweatpants, is that correct?
That's correct.
Black shoes, white soles.
Yes.
It's better in the picture than it is on the overhead. You said something about a little white insignia, is that
like
correct?
a little insignia designer on the sweats on the side there.
Let's see there. If I put the cursor on it, covers it up. We'll pass this around in a second. Black hoodie,
Black hoodie,
mask,
mask,
gloves,
gloves,
Bass Pro hat.
Bass Pro hat.
Suspect vehicle,
Yes.
what kind of car is it?
It's a Mercedes-Benz,
Color,
white.
and you see it better in the photo than on the overhead, but what did you say about this back
It
area?
has
here?
damage to the rear passenger side.
And these details we just went through, why are those, were those important to you that first day?
Yes.
And why is that?
So we can, be on the lookout for that type of vehicle with the damage that it has to it.
Okay, because that made that vehicle distinctive.
Yeah, stand out.
Would it be fair to say that there's no still shot or camera angle in which you can actually capture the suspect's entire faces?
No.
So from the first day, you did not have any type of facial identifications or anything of the two shooters.
No, we did not.
But you have clothing descriptions,
Clothing description,
gun descriptions,
gun descriptions.
okay, and suspect vehicle. I meant to ask this earlier, but it makes sense now. So assault rifle like this can shoot 7.62 casings, is that right? A handgun like that can shoot 40 caliber casings?
It can.
If I've got casings that have been fired, and then I actually recover the guns, can I compare casings to guns to tell you, that 40 caliber casing came from that 40 caliber gun?
Yes.
We see that on TV sort of all the time, is that right?
Yes.
Is that something you do, or is that something that's done by other people?
It's done by other people.
Is it first done routinely by a computer system and microscopes and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's just entered into the system that way.
Okay. And then later it can be sent to TBI or FBI or whoever to confirm that?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. In this case, did y'all ever recover handguns? Did you ever recover the murder weapons in this case?
No, we did not recover any.
So you never had any guns recovered that matched these shell casings?
That matched those shell casings.
So that way I can keep understanding. All right, we're going to change locales. We're going to change locales here to an address, Haven Court, in what used to be the Tulane Apartments.
Yes.
Okay. How was it that y'all became interested in that location?
We're on the lookout for a white expedition.
Okay. At some point in this investigation, without sort of saying what the tip was or anything like that, was y'all's attention called to a white expedition?
It was.
And did that cause y'all to go to what was called the Tulane Apartments?
Yes.
And what did y'all do when y'all got the Tulane Apartments?
We watched video.
Okay, did y'all obtain video from the Tulane Apartments?
Tulane Apartments, yes.
Okay, and that's the address on Haven Court.
Haven Court, yes.
Okay. I think we do need to play the Haven Court video. We're going to get that video ready to play for you, Detective Dabney. At the Haven Court Apartments, were y'all interested in a particular woman that lived there?
Yes,
And was that Kiana Hopper?
it was.
And is she related to anybody involved in this case?
Yes, it was discovered that she was related to.
Was it discovered that she was Justin Johnson's cousin?
Yes.
All right, got the video ready now. Haven Court Apartments, 1 p.m., 37 minutes after the murder. For the record, this is Exhibit 5 that's held open for all the videos, Your Honor. You're fine. Who is this person, Detective?
But that would be the cousin.
The cousin?
Kiana.
What kind of car is that right there?
And that's the white Ford Expedition.
Kiana?
Kiana approaching the Expedition.
Two men outside? Go ahead.
Outside.
Go ahead, Detective. Were you interested in those two men?
Yes, I was.
Tell me why you're interested in those two men.
And the clothing that they have on, you see the dark sweatshirt, the gray hoodie, the black hoodie with gray sweatpants, shoes, matching the description of the suspects that were at Makita's Cookies.
Y'all obtained video not just of them arriving, but while they were there and then leaving. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Before they leave, the little videos. They arrived 37 minutes after the murder. This is 54 minutes after the murder.
It is.
The expedition's still there. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Suspects are still inside.
Still inside.
This Dodge Charger has just arrived.
Dodge Charger arrives and you see one of the suspects come out and walk to the Charger. Charger just sort of repositions, but this man came outside, is that right? Yes. Came out up to the rear of the
You're interested in this man?
Yes.
Sweatpants?
Sweatpants, black shoes, white soles on. Leaning into the car.
He's got bags or something
Bags, yes.
now?
You see how his pants are sagging there a little bit. We have that was something that we looked at also.
In the homicide video, as he runs away, we can see his pants are sagging.
Yes.
Can we in fact see the color of his underwear in the homicide video?
Yes, we can.
Is it also blue?
Yes. He gets into it and shuts the door.
got like a yellow article of clothing or something now?
Yeah, it looks like a yellow hoodie. He got
Is this apartment building here the one that Kiana Hopper lives in?
yes, it is.
In a video of them with. We're now 93 minutes after the murder. Vehicle here's a Chevy.
It's a Chevrolet SUV, small SUV.
Do y'all get interested in that one too?
We did.
Expedition still there. You had a yellow article of clothing when you left that Charger?
Yes. It's what the one that appeared that he got out of the Charger. The suspect gets in, Kiana comes up to the driver's door.
The other suspect has walked off camera, is that right?
He walked out of view to the right of the video there.
Chevy's back.
Correct.
Suspect returns to the apartment complex.
He did.
Suspect returns to the white Expedition.
He did.
The Chevy track still there.
It's still there.
Kiana.
Kiana. Chevrolet is ready.
All right, the expedition got gone and the Chevy Trax got gone.
Yes.
One suspect in each, is that right?
Yes.
Y'all obtained the video, interested in talking to Kiana,
Yes.
interested in her cousin,
Yes.
interested in the White Expedition, interested in the Chevy Trax, and who this other person may be. We are going to move there's one thing I said I was going to do that I didn't do before. The still shot from the actual shooting from 37. We talked about how it was blurry up there, and there were things you were testifying about, and I couldn't quite get the pointer in the right place. And one of those was the fact you said there was a little insignia or something on the left thigh area of the sweatpants of the shooter who has the Bass Pro hat on and the handgun. Is that right?
Correct.
If I could pass this around to the jury, Your Honor. It's hard to see on the overhead. With regard to the videos that we just watched from the Tulane apartments, did investigators make a timeline with still shots from the various things in that video?
We did.
Let me pass you this. If you could just verify this is in fact that timeline from the Haven Court, what we also call the Tulane apartments.
This is said photo of the timeline. First arriving with the white SUV.
Yeah, if you just flip through it quick, does it appear to go from the start to the end?
It does.
Okay.
Start to the end. Another one where Kiana had walked out and walking back to the expedition. It also shows the two suspects getting out of the expedition and walking toward the front of the apartment complex. This one shows them inside the apartment, going inside the apartment. Also shows the Charger pulling up. shows one of the suspects walking out to the Charger and getting to the rear passenger side of the vehicle. It shows suspects retrieving plastic, 2 white bags, then get inside of the rear seat of the Charger. Once he exits the Charger here, he's getting out with the 2 bags and a yellow hoodie in his hands and walk back toward the apartment complex. This one shows 2 suspects exiting the apartment complex with one with the yellow hoodie, one with the black hoodie, carrying bags, and Kiana is also with them. They walked up to one of the suspects walked and got into the white Expedition, the other got and walked over to the Chevy Trax.
You know, we pose that as a collective exhibit. You can paperclip it or something. It's in order, so we could keep it like that.
This is 8 pages of still photos starting on November 17, 2021 at 12:58. Going to November 17th of 2021 at 13:56. We'll mark this as a collective exhibit number 38.
All right, we're interested in Kiana's cousin, we're interested in the white Expedition, we're interested in the Chevy Trax, but is there other stuff going on in the investigation too?
Yes,
Does a tip come in with regard to a white Mercedes?
it did.
And does it call your attention to a particular place?
Yes, it did.
A small street in Orange Mound?
Yes,
Bradley Street, is that
Bradley.
correct?
correct.
1174 Bradley Street. What is at that location?
It's an abandoned home, and when we get there, we observed a white Mercedes parked in the rear. Had damage to the passenger side rear side panel.
And to put this in a chronology, would this have occurred on November the 20th, 3 days after the homicide?
Correct.
And would it be fair to say that 3 days after the homicide, behind that abandoned house on Bradley, y'all found the murder?
We did.
I'm going to pass you a series of photographs. A couple of them, as you turn them over, a couple of them have been introduced already into evidence. So just read that number.
Okay.
Otherwise, just put them all face down on the table.
All right. This is the abandoned house on Bradley Street.
What neighborhood is that?
It's in Orange Mound, neighborhood in Orange Mound.
Did you become aware that there's a house across the street in which Mr. Hernandez Govan lived?
Correct. Directly across the street.
Eventually, does Mr. Govan also become a suspect in this conspiracy to commit murder?
He did.
You can place it down.
That was Exhibit 9. This photo here shows a closer picture of a vehicle in the rear of the yard parked between brush, trees.
So this vehicle is not parked in the driveway, is it?
No, it isn't. This is a close-up picture of the Mercedes showing the passenger side with the damage, which appears that the vehicle may have been sideswiped or something. It's a two-door white Mercedes.
The damage that you can see in the homicide video?
Yes, that's consistent with it. That's Exhibit 10. This photo shows the rear of the Mercedes-Benz, which has an Illinois tag. Do I need to read the tag and everything?
You place it down.
This is a photo of the driver's side of the white Mercedes-Benz. And this is a photo of taken from outside of the Mercedes-Benz on the passenger side that shows the inside of the rear seats with a Mississippi DeSoto County tag on the rear seat.
It has like another license plate on the inside of it.
Yes.
Maybe even a couple, we'll see.
Yes. This is a photo of the passenger side of the white Mercedes-Benz, which is being processed in the crime scene tunnel.
Okay, so y'all take that car from the scene to the crime scene tunnel?
We did. And it also shows the damage to the rear passenger side, which is consistent with the suspect vehicle in the video at McKee's. And this is a rear shot of the white Mercedes, the trunk area after being processed. Another photo of the Mississippi tag, close-up picture that was in the rear seat of the white Mercedes-Benz. And these are photos of two Illinois tags, license plates that were located inside of the white Mercedes-Benz.
Two more license plates
Two
inside
more
the
license
car.
plates, yes, Illinois. Another close-up photo of the Mississippi license plate, DeSoto County. And this is for a photo of close-up photo of the white Mercedes being processed by crime scene. This is the driver's side door of the white Mercedes Benz after being processed. Has the letter A written on it.
The letters that we're going to see written on it, like A, B, and C, is that something else crime scene people do?
That is. This is the photo of the driver's side rear side panel, which is indicated by the letter B. It's written in yellow after being processed. And this is the passenger side door, and after being processed with the letter D written on it. And this is another close-up picture of the white Mercedes after being processed with the letter E written on it. And this is the a photo of the white Mercedes being on the passenger side after being processed.
Remember, we'd offer those in evidence as state's next number two.
No objection.
The first picture we have here has already previously been marked as exhibit number 9. The next picture is a picture of the rear of the Mercedes-Benz parked in a yard, kind of a wooded area. We'll mark this as exhibit number 10, 39. This is where exhibit number 10 comes from. The next photo has been previously marked as exhibit number 10. The next photo we have here is the rear of close-up of the Mercedes with the Illinois tag. We'll mark this as exhibit number 40. The next picture is a close-up of the driver's side of the white Mercedes in a yard. We'll mark this as exhibit number 41. Next picture is the picture of the inside taken from the outside of the white Mercedes, a picture of the Mississippi DeSoto County tags in the back seat. Exhibit number 42. The next picture is the white Mercedes in what's been described by the witness in the processing unit of the rear damage to the passenger side of white Mercedes. We'll mark this as exhibit number 3. The next picture, exhibit number 43 maybe. I think I said exhibit number 43. The next picture is kind of a close-up picture of the trunk area. The witness described it as after processing. It's labeled with the numbers yellow C, with the letter C. We'll mark that as exhibit number 44. The next exhibit is the picture of the Mississippi DeSoto tag. It's kind of close up. We'll mark that as exhibit number 45. The next exhibit is close up of 2 Illinois tags. We'll mark this as exhibit number 46. The next exhibit is a picture of the Mississippi DeSoto tag. It's up close. It also has right rear seat written on the bottom of it. We'll mark that as exhibit number 47. The next picture is side panel of the white Mercedes, described as crime scene after the vehicle after processing is marked with the V, with the letter V in yellow. The next photo is a photo of the driver's side of the white Mercedes, marked with a letter A, described by the witnesses after processing. We'll mark that as exhibit number 49. The next photo is the rear side of the driver's side of the white Mercedes, described by the witnesses after processing, marked with the yellow B as in boy. We'll mark that as exhibit number 50. The next picture is the passenger side of the white Mercedes, marked with the letter D as in dog, after processing is described by the witness. We'll mark that as exhibit number 1. The next picture is a picture of what appears to be the top of the white Mercedes, marked by the letter E, an elephant. We'll mark that as exhibit number 52. And the next exhibit is the picture, the passenger side picture view of the white Mercedes. We'll mark this as exhibit number 53.
Stacy exhibit 9. What are we looking at?
We're looking at the front of the house. Also, on the left side there, you can see back in the wooded area, the tree line. That's where they park the. That's where we located the white Mercedes Benz. That's on Bradley.
I can see some homicide Texas walking back here.
Yes, that's the gate walking to the
Cars sitting back here somewhere.
Yes,
House on Bradley.
that's on Bradley.
A vacant abandoned house, is that correct?
That's a vacant. Yes, it is.
We go across the street. I got Hernandez Govan's house.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Directly across.
I know that y'all are big on video. I've seen y'all, pull it from Nicatus, and I've seen you pull it from Tulane. Did y'all canvass this area, this neighborhood, for any possible video?
We had investigators who came to the area for video, and none was found.
No video on Bradley Street?
No video located. Again, you can see a couple of investigators, and you can see the rear of the white Mercedes-Benz parked in the tree, in the bush back there.
40, we're walking up on it.
Closer image of the white Mercedes with the Illinois tag,
41, driver's side.
driver's side.
We're looking inside of it. It has like a license plate inside of it.
Correct. It has a Mississippi, DeSoto County license plate on the passenger rear seat.
Exhibit 10.
That's the passenger side view of the Mercedes-Benz. You can also see the damage there going down the passenger side of the vehicle, especially on the rear side panel.
So is it fair to say when you see this, you know that you've got your car?
Yes.
Do y'all investigate like where'd this car come from?
Yes, we would check the VIN, or license plate.
Did y'all in fact find that the car was taken in a carjacking in Memphis a few weeks before this crime?
We did.
Did y'all in fact find that the suspect in that carjacking was Treon Ingram?
Correct.
And I'll say it here, that Justin Johnson was not a suspect in that carjacking.
No.
But car taken in Memphis a few weeks before, suspect Treon Ingram.
Treon Ingram.
Car makes it to the tunnel.
Correct. That's the tunnel.
I call it tunnel. That's where y'all process cars. Is that right?
Correct. It's a crime scene investigative.
That is 53, 43. In the tunnel, now we can see that damage real good.
Yes. Damage to the passenger side, rear side panel.
We did a series of photographs. I think you said it was processed, like fingerprint dust, stuff like that you're talking
sir.
about?
Yes.
And you said there were letters, that's like an A.
Yes.
Here we have back of the car B. Closer up on that. I'm going for the record. 48. 44, C, 51, D, 52, E, various license plates found in the car,
Yes.
45, Mississippi plate, 46, a couple of Illinois plates, 47, close up of that Mississippi plate. Now, processing the car, that's something the crime scene does, is that correct?
It is.
And they tried to lift what fingerprints they have from the car, is that correct?
That's correct.
And then they try to compare those prints to any sort of known individuals that may be in the system or whatever it is that they have fingerprints for.
It is.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
And when you were apprised that they were able to lift some prints from the car
Correct.
that they were able to identify?
Yes.
All right. in particular, I want to ask you about these, okay? This is from the 2014 Mercedes. Prints lifted from the right rear quarter panel marked D. So we saw a picture of that, the back of the car,
Yes.
outside.
Outside.
Were found to be the fingerprint impression belonging to Cornelius Smith.
Yes.
Does that become a name you're interested in?
Come to name we're interested.
Because we got his prints on the outside back of this car.
Yes.
Prints lifted from the outside left door marked A. I think that's the driver's side door. We saw a picture of it. Belonged to Kiston Garner.
Kiston Garner.
Does that become a name that you're interested in?
It does.
More prints, this one from the trunk lid marked C, also belong to Kiston Gardner, is that correct?
That's correct.
And then we have some prints lifted from one of those tags, the Mississippi tag,
Yes.
that we saw 2 pictures of. They also belong to Kiston Gardner.
Yes.
And then prints lifted from the rear quarter panel marked B and the outside left door marked A, and from a brochure, a bank brochure that was found in the car, all belong to Treon Ingram.
Treon, correct.
A name that you're interested in?
Yes.
All right, so at this point we have found the murder car.
Yes.
We have found prints from that car that belonged to Cornelius Smith,
Yes, ma'am.
to Kiston Garner,
Correct.
and to Treon Ingram.
Correct.
Okay. Do we also process or attempt to process the car for any DNA or blood or like fluid evidence?
That's some crime scene officers would attempt.
Crime scene attempts to do that.
Yes.
And then if they're able to find anything or think they may have found something, would they send that then to TBI or anything like that?
Yes, they would send it off to TBI.
Okay. Are you aware that they found they were unable to find any DNA or blood or fluid or whatever evidence from inside the car?
No, we wouldn't able to find it.
From anybody? Did you become aware in the course of the investigation that the car may have been cleaned?
Yes, during the course of that investigation.
We are now interested, if I understand you right, in a couple different people. Kiana's cousin, Cornelius Smith, fingerprints.
Yes.
Kiston Garner, fingerprints.
Correct.
And Treon Ingram.
Treon Ingram.
Let's take Treon Ingram first. Did you want to talk to him?
Yes, we did.
Did they find him?
Located him.
Took him in custody?
Yes.
I don't want you to tell us what he said, but as a result of that conversation, did you go back to Memphis and try to get some more video?
Yes, we did.
Tell me about that.
We information that we received of a white Mercedes being in a parking garage in the Crosstown area.
Okay. And did you also receive information about a white Mercedes-Benz at the Valero gas station the morning of, night before, however you want to look at it, of the homicide itself?
We did.
Let's go in reverse order of what you wanted to go in. So let's start with the Valero. Okay. Did you go, after speaking with Treon Ingram, did you go to did y'all go to the Valero station, park in Highland, sort of University of Memphis area, in Memphis?
I did.
Were you able to obtain video?
We were able to obtain the.
In that video, did y'all see the white Mercedes?
We did.
Did you see a couple of those people Then we talked about fingerprints. Did you see Treon Ingram?
Yes.
Did you see Kiston Garner?
Yes.
Did you see a car trade?
We did.
A little weird.
A little weird. Yes.
But you witnessed it on the video?
We did.
And what do we mean by car trade?
You have individuals in one car that get out of that car and get into the other car that someone was in. And that person get out of that car and get into the white Mercedes.
So before we watch this video, do we see a Infiniti pull up at the gas station?
We do.
And do we see the white Mercedes pull up at the gas station?
We do.
Do we see interaction between those two cars?
Yes.
Do we see Mr. Ingram, Treon Ingram, go inside the gas station?
Inside the business, yes.
Do we see that there's a person left inside the Infiniti
We do.
in the passenger side?
Passenger.
Do we see Kiston Garner driving the white Mercedes?
We do.
Do we see him pumping gas in the white Mercedes?
We do.
Then do we see the two cars together pull around to the side of the business?
We do.
And an individual, we see Kiston get out of the car, is that correct?
Correct.
And another individual get inside the white Mercedes.
Inside the white Mercedes.
Bolero video. Start outside. All right, Bolero gas station, November 17th. You back to the black screen real quick. November 17th, 2021. We're at 3:16 a.m. in the morning, 9 hours before the murder.
Yes.
All right. This car arrives,
Yes.
and then what is that?
That's the white Mercedes. Pulling up to the park.
These two cars are the cars that are together?
Yes, they pulled in together. One went to one pump, one went to the white Mercedes, went to the other pump. One of the craziest things to me about this is how busy a gas station is at 3 o'clock in the morning. All right, now why door Mercedes out there? Getting out and going to pump gas.
Do we learn who this individual is?
Learned that that was Kiston Garner.
These guys are coming back to the Infinity.
Right.
Only one of them got out of the Infinity. That,
Right.
It's hard to watch
One.
both cars at once. Driver gets back in driver's side. What's he doing?
He's speaking with someone in the passenger in the car.
Okay, so there's somebody in this passenger side of this Infinity.
Yes.
White Mercedes and the Infinity.
And then they drive around and pull around to the
No loop around.
side of it.
No switch angles. White Mercedes.
Yes. Side by side, you can see the driver is exiting,
Kissing Garner.
kissing Gardner. Walks around to the passenger side. There you see an individual walk around and get into the Mercedes.
Uh-huh. And impossible. You'd agree with me that it's impossible to tell if that's Justin Johnson or not.
Correct.
Correct.
Yes.
But would you also agree with me? Different than what Kissing Gardner was wearing.
Correct. And there you can see both cars leave the area.
All right. And we also got video from inside, is that correct?
That's correct.
And we were watching, the passenger in that Infinity never got out, is that correct? That we saw at the pump.
No, never got out. Only the driver. You can see him getting ready to enter the business.
And
Give me a second, gentlemen.
right there.
Yes,
And do you know who that person is, kind of with the fatter face?
that would be Treon Ingram.
That's Treon Ingram.
Treon.
We can stop it there. So what we watched was an Infinity arrive at the gas station
Yes,
with Mr. Ingram driving,
Ingram driver.
and Mr. Ingram exiting and going inside the store.
Yes,
That there was a front seat passenger of the Infinity who we did not get to see on camera at the pump.
right.
The white Mercedes arriving,
Correct.
Mr. Gardner pumping gas.
Yes,
Both the cars swing around to the other area.
Yes.
And then from the distance, video the driver of the Mercedes getting out and a
Yes.
different person getting in.
Different person with different clothing. Yes.
You said you're interested in the Valero station,
Yes.
and then you said you're also, after going down to Mississippi and meeting with Mr. Ingram, interested in Crosstown.
Crosstown, correct.
What is Crosstown?
It's a apartment, kind of everything. It used to be the old Sears building, apartment store,
Big old building.
big building. Has restaurants, storefronts, also apartments.
Did Kiana have a cousin that lived at the Crosstown apartments?
Yes, she did.
I guess at the time, one that was living at the Crosstown apartments.
Yeah.
And what was his name?
His name was Justin Johnson.
Justin Johnson. Did y'all obtain video from the Crosstown apartments?
Yes, we did.
Video from the day before the homicide, 11/16,
Yes.
the morning of the homicide,
Yes.
and then the evening after the homicide.
Yes.
In those videos, will we see Justin Johnson?
Yes, we will.
Will we see him wearing clothing like the shooter?
We did.
Bass Pro hat,
Bass Pro hat,
hoodie,
hoodie,
sweatpants,
sweatpants,
emblem,
emblem,
shoes.
shoes, white bottom.
Will we see him arriving at Crosstown in the white Mercedes
We do.
with the body damage?
With the damage on.
Will we see him leaving less than an hour before the homicide in that outfit, in the white Mercedes with the body damage?
We do.
Now, y'all had also been interested in a white expedition.
Yes, sir.
Will we see him arriving in the white expedition?
We do.
And then after the murder, will we see him arriving in different clothes
Yes.
and then packing his bags and leaving?
I think, yes.
It's a series of videos.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 6 or 7 or 8 videos. It's also a series of still shots. If anybody needs a break, maybe now would be the time.
This will be a good time. Yeah. Let's take a brief break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't discuss what you've heard, any testimony. Let's just go kind of refreshing. Let's take a 15-minute break.
What stands in recess?
acquisition.
You can be seated unless you just want to stand. You don't have to stand. Parents, tell Nancy and Mike to treat the attorneys like they're the public. They putting it, making these attorneys, they're making the attorneys. Treat them like they're the public. They don't have salary.
Yes, ma'am. there's some more videos. You were telling us about Crosstown, is that right?
That's correct.
Said there were some apartments there.
Yes.
You said that Kiona had a cousin named Justin Johnson who lives there, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Y'all collected videos.
We did.
Let's start with the first video. Let's stop on the light screen for me. November 16th, 2021. This is the day before the murder, is that correct?
That's correct.
7:15 p.m. So if we're counting down, 17 hours and 8 minutes before the murder. What's that?
And that's the white expedition, Ford expedition, going into the garage.
And if you're not familiar with the building, this is a little confusing here. You can pause it. So that white expedition was going into a parking garage, is that right?
Yes.
That parking garage is this structure right here.
That's correct. We have a parking lot in between.
There's a little parking lot here
Yes.
where cars can also park in, but the actual garage, what we saw the white expedition coming into, was over here.
It is.
Is that right?
That's right.
Then there's this little walkway thing
Walkway
that
ramp.
twists around and then comes into the building.
Yes.
Okay. And we see somebody here, gray sweatpants, black hoodie. You can continue to watch. Inside of the building,
Inside of the building.
walking into the door there,
Yes.
white expedition arrives, and then this man comes into the building.
Correct. Dark hoodie, gray sweat, black shoes, white bottom.
He walked here, and then this camera picked him up. There's a bank of elevators back here.
Yes.
There's apartments on the top floors of the buildings.
It is.
Still way back here at the elevators.
Yes.
Stop it there. Good. All right, here's a man, white expedition, comes into the building, walks to the lobby, gets in the elevator, comes up to the floor. You look, it's floor 8.
Yes.
What floor does Kiana Hopper's cousin, Justin Johnson, live on?
What is ID is 808.
Yes.
8th floor.
8th floor. And this man has on black shoes, white soles,
Yes.
gray sweatpants,
Yes.
a little emblem on the
Little
sweatpants.
logo on the side. Yes.
We all recognize that in Memphis as a Bass Pro hat,
That's
is that right?
correct. Yes.
He's got a phone in his hand, and
Yes.
maybe some food or something.
Yes.
All right. All right, we are November 16th, so that's same day. Now we're at 11:13 p.m. Countdown from the murder. We're 13 hours and 10 minutes before the murder. There's going to be him coming again. White expedition.
White expedition.
Now we can see that parking garage better. Just like last time, coming in the front,
Yes.
going to walk to the elevators. And obviously between last time, which is a few hours before this, and this time he has left and come back.
Come back. Yes.
had stopped ours. It was still playing on our laptop, but it wasn't playing on the video, so we'll have to try the on and off with the kickers.
On and off appears to be working these days.
I think it is at 111. There we go. Walk into the back elevators.
Yes.
Sweatpants, shoes, basketball hat, sweatshirt.
Yes.
The last one we saw was from 11 at night, November 16th. Now we've passed midnight, and so technically we're on the day of the murder.
Correct.
And we're at 2:41 a.m. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And to orient ourselves, the Valero video that we saw of the Mercedes trade
Yes.
is going to be after this video. Is that right?
That's correct.
So 2:41 at Crosstown, Valero video after the 3 o'clock hour.
Correct.
Shoes, sweatpants, hoodie.
Yes.
This time the hood on. Come to out of the elevator. To the parking garage.
To the parking garage.
To the white expedition.
Correct. Leaving.
So it's leaving the building at 2:41. Whatever happens at Valero happens in about 30 minutes or something.
Yes.
And now to the next video. We are November 17th. Well, now we're at 4:48. So leaving the building at 2:41. Valero happens after the 3 o'clock hour.
Correct.
And now back to the building at 4:48.
Correct.
We are 7 hours to homicide time. Back to the building, what?
And the white Mercedes with the damage.
Can you back it up a little bit, Sabe? Up one before it was perfect. There you go. We know that car, don't we?
That's the car that we located. That's also the car video at the McKee's Cookies with the damage.
Okay.
The passenger side rear side panel.
Okay. Let's come back in the white Mercedes, but also we'll see closer. When he gets in the elevator.
Yeah. Carrying something.
He's actually carrying his daughter, is that
Carrying
right?
his daughter, yes.
And if we back it up just for a second. Okay. There you go, something. We've got the sweatpants and the shoes and the sweatshirt,
Yes.
and now he's carrying his daughter.
Carrying his daughter.
And now, November 17th, murder day, 11:51 a.m. We're only 32 minutes away from the murder of the kids.
Yes.
Let me stop for a second. These people aren't from Memphis. Would it be fair to say it takes 10 minutes to get from the Crosstown building to McKay's Cookies?
Possibly 10, 15 minutes.
10 to 15. Shoes, sweatpants, sweatshirt, Bass Pro hat.
Yes.
His daughter's with him.
Yes.
He appears to be on the phone. could back it up, it's hard for me to see them there. If we could back it up, I'll put the pointer on. These two, here they are.
Right.
The little kid. Sweatpants, sweatshirt. Now they're going in the garage. And they're even in the white Mercedes. And my Mercedes actually was captured here, leaving the garage. Starts first this way, but then white Mercedes leaving the Crosstown building 37 minutes before the homicide. Is that correct?
Correct.
From these videos, y'all developed a couple of, or more than a couple, still shots, is that correct?
Yes.
Slowed it down for this one already. Tell me what this is.
This is a photo of Mercedes-Benz with the damage to the battery.
Thank you. We enter that into evidence. The state's next number exhibit.
No objection.
This is a picture of the white Mercedes-Benz with the damage to the rear passenger side. We'll mark this as exhibit number 54.
I can take that. And this is from Crosstown, is that right?
That's correct.
What is this?
This is a still image from Crosstown video of the white Ford Expedition.
We offer that into evidence. The state's next number exhibit.
No objection.
This is a picture of the back of a white Ford Expedition. We'll mark this as exhibit number 55.
Expedition across town. Next picture.
This is a photo of Justin Johnson on the elevators in the Crosstown Concourse. He has the Bass Pro hat on, the black hoodie with sweats with the logo, the black shoes, the white soles, and also see a distinctive tattoo on his hand.
And does he in fact have those tattoos on his hands?
Yes.
We offer that in evidence. The state's next number exhibit.
No objection.
Thank you. This is a picture of Justin Johnson on an elevator with a cup and bag in his hand with black hoodie, gray sweatpants, black shoes with white on the top with some sort of tattoo on his hand. We'll mark this exhibit number 56.
For the jury. I know I asked you, but this is in fact the tattoo that he has to his hand, saying Justin Johnson.
Yes.
One more.
This is also a photo of across town from the video still shot. Justin Johnson is carrying a little backpack. He has his daughter with him. Appears to be on the phone. You still can see the tattoo on his hand with the Bass Pro Shop hat, black hoodie, gray sweats, and black shoes.
And this is when he's leaving about 37 minutes before the murder.
Yes.
Makes no sense.
This is a picture of defendant Justin Johnson with the same clothing on, black sweatshirt, gray sweats, black and white shoes with the Bass Pro hat on, holding a backpack with a little girl with him.
No objection.
We'll mark that as exhibit number 57. Thank you.
Almost done with you up there.
All right.
Okay. You had mentioned something earlier that I wanted people to see, not so much on that screen where it's blurry, but better in the still shots.
Okay.
Can you tell me what's in these two photographs?
There's a photo at Makita's cookie shop on Airways where you have the two suspects running away back to the white Mercedes. You can also see suspect in the dark hoodie, black hoodie with the gray sweats and the black shoes, but you can also see how his pants are sagging and blue underwear showing.
You had mentioned when we watched the Haven Court two-lane videos about seeing the Bass Pro suspects' underwear. Is that right?
Correct.
And it having a blue look to it.
Yes.
And you mentioned about the saggy pants.
Yes.
And can you see both of those things from the still shots from the murder video?
You can see both.
Or this collective exhibit?
No objection.
All right. Got two still photos. The first one is of two suspects with weapons running away from what's been described as Makita's cookie shop towards a white Mercedes. One of the suspects' pants is sagging. The second photo is a more apparent photo of the pants sagging with the blue underwear. Same two suspects running away. We'll mark that as a collected exhibit 58.
Might pass this to the jury. No.
Yeah.
back to Justin Johnson. We've been talking a lot about Justin Johnson, but I want to talk about Cornelius Smith real quick. His fingerprints were found on that white Mercedes.
It were.
Did y'all become interested in Mr. Smith?
We did.
And did y'all talk to people around Mr. Smith, including his girlfriend?
We did.
Did you locate any pictures of Mr. Smith in which he was wearing
We did.
clothing that the assault rifle shooter was wearing at the time of the murder?
We did.
Let me pass you this. Got this. I'm just going to. Let me pass you this. We got pictures on the left that show Mr. Smith, I think, at his janitor job at a school. Is that right?
Yeah, it's I think it was a business or a beauty shop or a salon or something where he had on the blue hoodie that has Gap written across.
Blue Gap hoodie, and then to the right are pictures, still shots from the shooting video.
Correct.
Him with the assault rifle, and you can see that same Gap hoodie.
Same Gap hoodie.
All right, we mark that as state's next numbered exhibit.
No objection.
We have 4 still photos in this picture with the suspect wearing a mask and all 4. 3 of them are forward facing, 1 of them is of his back. The 2 left photos, he's in somewhere with the room and trash. And the right 2 photos, there are the pictures from the scene at Makita's on November the 14th. So we'll mark this as exhibit number 59.
Cornelius's fingerprints on the car.
Yes.
Cornelius in the Gap hoodie.
Yes.
Talking to Cornelius's, or people around Cornelius. Are we interested in arresting Cornelius?
Yes.
Cornelius, does he get arrested?
Yes, he does.
Do y'all get in possession of Cornelius's cell phone?
We do.
Do y'all tag that into evidence?
We did.
And do y'all submit that to your people for whatever analysis they can do?
Yes.
And among those people, is that Jesse Browning and Michael Gardner?
That is.
We'll hear from them later in the trial.
Okay.
Justin. Called a video at Crosstown,
Yes.
Mercedes, Expedition, 2-lane apartments.
Yes.
Interested in arresting Justin.
Yes.
Do y'all go to where he lives?
Yes.
Is he there?
No, it's not.
Do y'all go to other places looking for him?
Yes, we do.
Is he there?
No.
Is there a citywide manhunt for him?
It was.
Is he found?
He's later found, yes.
Is he found in Memphis?
No, he's found Indianapolis, somewhere near.
Indianapolis.
Yes.
Y'all also interested in Justin Johnson's phone?
We were.
You interested in the phone he had with him at the time of the murder?
Yes.
Was that found with him or with somebody else?
That was, I believe that was found with someone else.
Okay, in fact, was it found with his brother, Jamarcus?
Marcus, yes, Johnson.
And did y'all talk to Jamarcus?
We did.
And did Jamarcus turn that phone over to y'all?
We did.
And did y'all give that phone to your phone people,
We
Jesse
did.
Brown and Michael Gardner,
We did.
to look at it?
To look at.
I forgot to ask you about one Carlstown video. Okay, so this is out of order, but asking the questions about Mr. Johnson leaving town, it reminded me.
Yes.
Okay. November 17th, 7 hours after the murder. Outside's almost impossible to see because we're so far away, but individual's going to arrive in an entirely different car. This is not the Expedition or the Mercedes.
That was right.
This is that middle ground between the parking garage and the building. And with the lights and stuff, the blur and everything, things become clearer when he walks in the building. In the yellow hoodie now, right?
Yellow hoodie, correct.
We saw that at Haven Court of the 2 lanes, didn't we?
We did.
I don't know if you could tell from that video or if it will show, but no longer in the shoes, is that correct? And some slides.
Yes.
It was 7 hours after the murder.
Yes.
And now we're at 8 p.m., approximately 8 hours after the murder. Bags packed. wherever.
Yes.
Next time we see him in person, is arrested in Indianapolis.
In Indianapolis, yes.
He has social media though too, is that correct?
That's correct.
And did you and Detective Browning subpoena and obtain some of his social media?
It was.
His Instagram, his Facebook?
Yes.
And after the murder, until the time that he's in custody in Indianapolis, are y'all able to obtain images that he posts to social media?
They were obtained, yes, from his phone.
And Detective Browning
Yes.
may be the expert on this stuff.
Yes, he is.
All right, we'll see those later with Detective Browning.
Yes.
Murder weapons ever found?
No.
Big Jook. His name came up in this, is that correct?
That's correct.
I think someone has testified to this already, but Big Jook is now deceased, is that correct?
That's correct.
Since he's deceased, he cannot be prosecuted.
Right.
Hernandez Govan,
So another name came up in the investigation.
arrested and charged.
Yes.
That's all my questions, Judge.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's lunchtime. The fire detective will be with us after lunch. Enjoy your lunch. Leave all your notes here. Don't talk about this case. Refresh yourself. I'll see you back at 1:45. Okay?
Court stands in recess to 1:45.